Hi everyone, welcome into another Tuesday edition. This is a special edition because this is Show and Tell. So I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. I'm gonna first say hi to Kathy. She says hello everyone. I thought I'd be able to make it tonight, but I'm down and out with a case of vertigo, highly medicated. Please take care, Kathy. Our thoughts and prayers are with you, sweetheart. Um, all right, so I've got Joyce, I've got Susan, I've got Jess, I've got Judy, I've got Melina, I've got Chloe, I've got Rita. You guys, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I don't normally start any kind of important information before 6:15, letting people get into the chat. And that's kind of what we're going to do a little bit tonight as well. We're not going to start anything important until about 6:15. Welcome in, Katie Craft. She says, "Hi everyone. We'll be looking well sewing. Awesome." Um, Okay, thank you, Susan. She says she just added a Show and Tell. So there is actually already at least one that's going to be for March. Did not come in before 3 p.m. today. So I am going to have to start enforcing the cutoff, like for tonight's show. But that doesn't mean that you're not getting it. It just means you're getting it on next month. You're getting a head start on, let's see, March. Yeah, you're getting head start on March. In case you guys are wondering, the piece that's on my wall is one of the random UFOs that I've got hanging around. If you guys remember back last year, in September, October, I was working on a quilt for a client, and I had to do some test blocks to, make everything work and make sure I, could do the pattern and that everything was going to come out okay. And this is what those blocks have turned into. So I have 6 blocks, and then I just made 2 fill-in blocks. And it's going to basically be a wide table topper or a small bed runner, like a twin size bed runner, something like that. It could be wall hanging, whatever you want it to be. So I will finish getting that sewn up probably later tonight. Um, so I do want to make an address. First of all, if you guys are here, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit subscribe. YouTube really does pay attention to that kind of thing, and most of the time you can't chat in my chats unless you are a subscriber. I do have the link in the description box for the Zoom for this month. So that is going to be February 22nd and 23rd, I believe. It is the last full weekend of February. I can tell you for sure. Okay, yeah, February 22nd and 23rd. So the Zoom retreat is not on YouTube, so you're not going to be broadcasting your face or your home or your sewing project all across YouTube. It is just going to be within the group. Um, Susan says she's going to stop chatting and get back to hand quilting. No worries, Susan. So I do have something that I want to address with everybody. And my local people really do know this a whole lot better than probably everybody else on YouTube world. I have a lot of things going on in my life. A whole lot. You guys know that you might know that my elevator went down on Sunday. Welcome in, Debbie. Glad you are here. So you guys might know that my elevator went down on Sunday again. It was down for 2 weeks before that. You may know some of what my medical issues are. If you don't, they're probably in one of the previous videos. I don't hide that. I have a lot of medical issues going on. But one thing I want to make perfectly clear, I am exactly who you are seeing right now. I am the same person, both on camera as well as on a Zoom. Welcome in, Lana. I'm the same person. You will see me doing the same exact things, whether you are here in my chat whether you are communicating with me via email, whether you're communicating with me via text, whether you are communicating with me via phone call, no matter how you're communicating with me, I am the same person and I'm always going to be that person. He says, I completely feel where you're coming from, Tammy. So I've had some stuff happen this past weekend, and it's put me on some uneven footing, and it's brought up some previous strong emotions from my childhood. Not anything that, anyone is particularly responsible for. It's not a case of bullying. It's not a case of abuse. It is just stuff. It is just stuff. But it made me so angry to have to revisit what I thought was a closed chapter in my life. And the things that were said and the things that were done could have been handled so much more professionally. And it could have been taken a lot less personally. And that's fine. I'm no longer angry. I'm no longer mad. It is what it is. But when I have one thing go really sideways like that, it makes anything else that's a hiccup or bump in the road even more dramatic than it absolutely needs to be. So if you ever see me or hear me, or I ever give the impression that I am frustrated, angry, upset, or whatever, you can absolutely call me out on it. Please do not hesitate to call me out on it. I do not mind. I will never be offended. The last thing that I will ever do is for somebody to be, I will not be offended at someone for having feelings. Everyone is entitled to their own feelings. They can feel however they want to. It can be whatever they want it to be. But don't feel like it's my responsibility to patch things up. So like I said, it wasn't one particular thing that happened. It was a couple of different things, but just know if you are dealing with me off of YouTube, off of Zoom, off of, whatever, that I am the same person there that you guys are seeing in front of you today. So you're not going to you might get a few expletives because I don't censor my language as much when I'm not on camera. But it's never directed at you or anyone else. So if, if you ever feel like you need to reach out to me, just reach out to me, please. Don't ever feel like I'm not approachable. I'm never going to go off on anyone. That is not my style. That is not who I am. And I want to make sure you guys know that I am here to quilt, to sew, to inspire you, and to keep you in your craft room. Keep you with your sewing machine. Keep you with your needle and thread. Whatever that takes, that's what I'm here for. I am absolutely here to inspire you with new patterns, with new projects, with just conversation. Whatever that takes, I'm here for that. That is my whole reason for being on YouTube. That's what I enjoy doing, and I'm not going to stray from that. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Rita. She says that I have such a golden heart. I hope to have a golden heart. Even the person who is in my life who has done me the worst damage, I never wish them harm, but I'd never wish them well either. So that's the worst that they're gonna get. Like, I don't watch the crime documentaries to figure out, how I can get away with something, okay? That is not what I'm doing. Welcome in, Sherry. Glad you're here. Chloe says you have a right to your feelings. You're always respectful. Thank you. I try to be. I try to be respectful because I know how bad it hurt the first time I ever had someone say something about a quilt that I made, and it was derogatory. And I know now that it was okay. They're entitled to their feelings about my quilt. That is absolutely fine. Um, and it's one person's opinion on one day. So I do have to keep that in mind, and I want you guys to keep that in mind as well. As you're going through your quilting journey, if somebody has something negative to say to you or wants to try to throw your world into a tailspin, just remember it's one person's opinion on one particular day. And in the famous words of Eleanor Roosevelt, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So I take that to mean nobody can make you mad without your consent. Nobody can make you happy without your consent. Nobody can make you sad without your consent. You basically have to consent to your feelings. So just guys, know that if you need to reach out to me, please reach out to me. I am not a monster. I'm not somebody who's going to jump down your throat. All of that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those, okay? So I'm never going to be that person. Welcome in, Andrea and Joey T and Linda. Glad you guys are here. Thank you so much. Judy says, I'm sorry to hear that. You're a wonderful person and friend to us all. I've come to love watching and being a part of your channel. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. Right, Rita, she says, ouch, wow, people have opinions. Sometimes those should be kept to themselves. It's fine. I don't mind the opinions now that I am who I am. Go get William's beak mask. No, I can't drag that. Melanie says no sound for her. Is anyone else having issues with sound? Please let me know, because I may still be having internet issues. Is anybody else having issues with sound? Can everybody else hear me? I should have closed captions on as well. Let's see. Sherry says, thank you, Tammy. Don't change your great. Thank you. There it is. Had to go out and yeah. Yeah, YouTube has not liked me lately, and that has not helped. That has definitely not helped. Oh, that's okay. Melanie says, this is me, Tammy. Jess says, no issues. Thank you. Thank you. So you guys, let me go back to where we were going to start with. Let's see, came in late, so I do not know what's going on, but I can attest that Tammy's always there when I reach out to her. Thank you, Andrea. I try to be. That's who I am. That is absolutely who I am. And my husband actually gets mad at me because I refuse to say no to people sometimes. But yeah, that's exactly who I am, in front of the camera, off the camera, in email, in Zoom, whatever. Ooh, Sherlock. Okay. I don't know who Sherlock is, but welcome in. Oh, Sherlock, there you go. I see you now. Sherlock says, hello, everyone. I have sound. Thank you. We'll fix that. I love it. Rita says, it reminds me. Thank you for that pattern. I know I appreciated that greatly. Andrea says, Rita. So yeah, this is a UFO. Yes, I'm always going to be myself, Sherlock. I can't be anyone else. I do not have the mental capacity to be three people in one. I just have the ability to be me. Now, sometimes my brain goes off the charts and goes like 15,000 miles an hour down the one-way road on the wrong direction. So sometimes my brain does some funny stuff, but I am only able to be me. But yeah, so that will be finished up. So that will add to my quilt tops. That will be finished up probably tonight. All I have to do is sew the rows together. Everything else is ready to go with it. Let's see. I have issues with being me, little want to try to be someone else, right? Right is so hard. So let's see. Welcome in, Shelby. She says she's catching up on 2X. Tammy, I'm sorry you're going through a rough time. I hope the coming days are better. I hope so too. And for everybody who's following the elevator drama, I've not heard anything today. They've already closed for the night. The update that I got yesterday is, quote, and this is the same thing that they told me last time. We're waiting to hear back from our vendor. So that's the update on that. So I filed some paperwork. We're gonna see where that goes. See if that helps with getting the vendor out here more frequently. Same conversations I had with my students today and how to stay kind. Yeah, it is incredibly hard to stay kind sometimes. One of my things is, Sherlock says hi to everyone who says hello. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Shelby. She says, I love the quilts on your design wall. So, welcome in, Gladys. Glad you are here. So you guys, when you when you are working on a quilt project and they tell you to test your quilt block, or you're not sure if the designer did a really good job, or you're designing something on your own, it is always a good idea to run a test and see if you can sew exactly what it is you're trying to sew. I designed this quilt for my client in EQ8, and I printed out everything that I needed, all the rotary cutting instructions, the whole shebang, the whole shebang. And thank you, Sherry. So I had no idea whether or not the block was going to work. And so I cut the first one following the instructions printed out by EQ8. And spoiler alert, it didn't work. I was not getting the same results that EQ said I should be getting. So I did it 5 more times. I would do a couple of adjustments, do another block, do another couple of adjustments, do another block. And I kept writing out what I changed each time. And by the time I got to the last 2, I was able to do those like back to back. I didn't have to stop and recut the next one. I cut both of them the same way. So I ended up with a total of 6 blocks. So the one top in the center is actually the very first one. It is the smallest of the blocks. And then the one right below it, I reversed colors when I did it, unintentionally. But it still wasn't right. And I wanted to get those pinwheels perfect for my client's quilt. And so I got that right. And these are scraps and leftovers from that project of just testing, plus a couple of other projects. So the blue that's connecting, the blue sashing, that's from a different project. Everything else in this quilt top, aside from the pink, is also from the same project. But the pink and the blue really go well with those blocks. They are pinwheels, Rita. They are, yes. We'll do some up close on it once it's all put together, but it's not going to be tonight. Or it's not going to be on the live. It's not going to be in the live. But I will do some up close pictures of it. Because you guys will be able to tell. Especially in my first pinwheel. Those pinwheels do not match at the center. They are far from perfect. But I figured this would be a sweet little, it's going to be fairly big, but it could be like a bed runner or, I don't know. Like it could go on a twin bed or it could be a baby quilt. I think it would be a sweet little baby quilt. It's going to be a little tall, but, it is what it is. So I figured this was the best way I could put it together. Now I guess you can publish that pattern. I actually am not going to publish that one. That was not one of the ones that I had designed intending to publish. I guess I could. If you guys would like me to do that one, I do not mind doing that one. You gotta let me know. I did entire California King with pinwheels. It was an interesting and lots of fun. Yeah, it can be. So while I'm thinking about it, what is this weekend? Is this weekend the 9th? Yes, it is, isn't it? Okay, so this weekend, I will not be doing anything toddler size. Yeah, probably, Judy. Probably. I think it's like 30 something tall, maybe. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was something like that. Um, so Saturday I am going to. It looked too hard for me. It's not actually hard. It's just there's a lot of pinwheels in it. I mean, every single block had a pinwheel. Sherry says I like it. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess I can put it on my list of things to write a pattern for. I don't mind. Um, the freebie pattern for this month is on the 9th. So what's going to happen is we are going to go live 10 a.m. On February 9th, which is the day of the big football game that shall not be named. So 10 a.m. on Sunday the 9th, we're going to go live with our freebie pattern. If you have not heard before, you need 84 charm squares, which are 5-inch squares of a print or pattern fabric. And this can be from your scraps. And then you need 84 of your background squares as well, background color charm squares. This is going to be a great stash buster. It's as long as there's contrast between your background and your prints, then you're okay. You just want a little bit of, at least a little bit of contrast. There are some places that you can put, we can hang out again in the series, right? That's kind of what I was doing. That was kind of the plan. I've already got 4. Yes, I've already got 4 blocks put together. So I'm gonna put maybe another 4 or 8 together. And so you guys will get to see kind of what it's going to look like before you get started. Rita says have it have to be of the same color. Oh no, no, they do not all need to be of the same color. My test block or my test 4 blocks, I paired 3 blue into 1. I paired 3 green into 1, and I paired 1 not so dramatic different one from my background into the other, or into each of the other 2 that I did. So you'll be assembling them. You can either assemble them as 4 patches. Welcome in, Laura. You can either assemble them in 4 patches or you can assemble them in 16 patches. So you'll see both ways of doing it. So I will show both ways of putting all of it together so you can decide which one works best for you. But I did kind of pair, like, I picked 3 that are, close enough to each other that, they don't really stand out too much. But it's not, I mean, it's entirely up to you. You can make it as scrappy as you want. Each patch, different color, interesting. Yeah, you absolutely can. You will have on your background and I would recommend the scrappier your colors are going to be, the more solid you choose for your background. My background is a white on white. You can choose, whatever works best for you. I mainly chose a white on white because I know that when I go through my scraps, I can pull the white on whites out. Lori, welcome in. She says, hi, team, you lurking phone issues. No worries. I understand. I definitely understand. So yeah, so this Thursday, me do scrappy, no, not possible. I might change your mind. I might change your mind because I do controlled scrappy. Oh, that's good, Laura. She says her procedure was moved from the 24th to the 13th. That's great news. So that way you don't have to wait as long. Okay, so I apologize if I sound like I'm a little a little drained. Um, Everything that went on this weekend kind of took a lot out of me. But I'm recovering. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I will have my normal energy levels back by by Sunday. I have to have them back by Sunday, so we're going to have them back by Sunday. Tammy, you're doing just fine. Thank you. Welcome in, Tracy. Hi. She says, hi, Tammy. First time to your channel. I know. I haven't seen your name before, so I'm glad you are here. Thank you so much. Yes, Joyce, she says, Laura, that is such good news. It is. It is. Okay, so I want a little bit of feedback from you guys too. While I am here, before we energy from me, Dream Mountain Dew, right? So before I get into the show and tell, because we're gonna get there. Welcome in, Alicia. Glad you are here. She says, hello, lovely people. Welcome in, Rayanne. She says hello, Tammy, and everyone. Okay, so the Sew and Tell giveaway quilt is currently 60 inches by 60 inches and does not have borders on it. Do you guys want the quilt to be larger? Chloe says, you are here. We appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Did you guys see my mail call? Did you see mail call earlier? I'm so excited about that block. I'm so excited about the cuckoo clock. I cannot wait to get started on Cookie Monster. I really want to get started on Cookie Monster. I really do. I don't have the fabrics for it, but I really want to get started on him. So, do you guys think that a 60 by 60 quilt is a good size? Do you want it a little bit bigger? Should I add borders? You guys tell me. Aw, thank you, Rita. She says that was a great mail call video, Tammy. Thank you. Yes. All right, guys. Okay, let's see. No, you got to go watch Mail Call. I'm not going to go pull it out. If you didn't watch Mail Call, then you got to go back and watch Mail Call. Tracy says, wow, I feel bad. My friends are here. And I just thought, oh, you're fine, Tracy. No worries. I'm just glad you came when you came. There is nothing wrong with not being the first subscriber. There can only be one first subscriber. Chloe says, oh, I'll watch Mail Call later. Right? Rayanne says, she loved it. Awesome. You know, I normally try not to put 2 videos out in a day, but I needed it today. Like, I needed it today. Everything, all at the same time. Everybody putting their selfies in. So, guys, if you see a link in the chat, that is most likely from someone who has a channel here on YouTube. Feel free to go check them out. Go click their link and subscribe and like their videos. Comment, leave something that is appropriate to their channel, please. Don't do what somebody did to me. Leave something appropriate. Welcome in, Ollie. Glad you're here. 60 by 60 is 5 foot, so that's a good size. I do not think I ever made one that small, so it could be fun. Awesome. Laura, I have emptied a lot of boxes, but took today off of unpacking. Car is full of broken down boxes and have a bunch more put in. Oh my gosh, Susan. Yeah, you got a lot. You have a lot. So yeah, guys, I do not know when I'm going to be moving, but my quilt top count is growing by leaps and bounds. Aw, thank you, Joy. She just subscribed to your channel, Alicia. Yeah, she does do so many beautiful projects. She really does. And like I'm sitting there looking, you know, in the background, I see the door, and I'm just like, oh, that looks so much like the house I used to live in. And it's not, but it's like bringing back so many memories. Oh, yay, Susan. She says she's been considering making a first video. Well, please let me know when you decide to. Yes, Laura says, Susan, take it slow and steady. 60 by 60 is a comfortable couch quilt. Awesome. Okay, so I guess I am leaving it as is. I may add a border just to allow me some wiggle room when I quilt it. And then if the border gets cut off, oh well. But if it doesn't, then, you know, it's another inch or 2. I threw yarn at your window. Oh, Lonnie, you're so funny. You're so funny. Okay, so it is now almost 6:30. We are going to get into Sew and Tell. Before I go into that, before I start sharing my screen, if you guys are not familiar with Sew and Tell, let me give you a little clue. Sew and Tell is it's a competition, but it is not a competition for quantity. Having everybody's throwing yarn at everybody. Oh my goodness. Um, so Show and Tell is about celebrating your successes, however small. I don't know that I did. I don't think it was submitted in time. If you submitted it within the last 3.5 hours, no. I will get it on next month. It has to be submitted by 3 p.m. Mountain Time in order for me to get it for tonight, but that's okay. That means the first Tuesday in March, that's when you're going to see yours. Oh, 2 days ago. Oh, so I should see it. Okay. We might have to see what's going on. Okay. Let me see. Was it in the Facebook group? Is that where you put it? Because if it was in the Facebook group, I should have seen it. Let me make sure I'm not missing one. Go ahead and throw a ball of yarn at Furball. It only makes me grow stronger. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, Rita, okay, you said on Facebook group. So, let's see. I don't see one. I don't see one in my Facebook group. It's in, let's do this. Let's make sure you're in the Facebook group too. Did she write Show and Tell? That's another thing too. If you don't write Show and Tell, oh, you put it on Katie's. Okay. Yep. I don't have access to Katie's. Well, Alicia, anything you want to clear out and send my way, you're more than welcome to. Oh, Ollie. Goodness. Be supportive now. Be supportive. That is what we are doing over here on my channel. I did, Susan. I went specifically looking for it. I went on a trek to find it. So yes, I do have it. Grumbles himself. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So Rita's will come in next month. But okay. So when you submit something to Show and Tell, you are submitting. When you say Show and Tell in my Facebook group, that means I can share it to whoever. I can share it on YouTube. If you don't say Show and Tell, I don't share it. So if you say this is a gift, don't share, whatever, then I won't share. It doesn't get shared. Okay? I protect everyone. But if you put Show and Tell, that means I can share it. And when you have something to share, I count individual projects. So if you submit 12 blocks for an individual project, I count that as one because that is one project. If you are submitting 3 different quilt tops, that's okay. I will do 3 different projects. And the number of entries that come in each time, whatever number we end up with at the end, that's how many entries everybody gets for that month. So one month there were 3 entries for everybody. Another there was 8. Another there was 13 entries for everybody. So it just depends from month to month how many entries you get. Everybody who enters, you get until we're closing on the first Tuesday of April. So everything submitted by the first Tuesday in April is going into the Show and Tell giveaway prize entry. What will happen is we will draw one name and one person will be getting a quilt made by yours truly. I have been working on the quilts, not during my lives. I did work on it during a live, but I finished the top off of the lives. So you guys aren't getting a whole lot of preview of it, but it is out there. So if you want to go back and look at previous videos, you can, and you can see the progress on it. Oh, Jess says she forgot a quilt too. Alicia, I hear you. This month is about whips for me. Yes, I am actually finishing up UFOs. Okay, let me get this. No worries, Rita. It will go in for next month. You're good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get swapped over. There we go. Making sure so you guys will hear me but not see me. All right. All right. So this first one is from Andrea. This is a log cabin star that was made with Donna Strunt's YouTube channel, handmade by Donna with Ying. So if you guys have not checked out Donna's channel before, she sometimes pops into the chat, but it is handmade by Ying with Donna, and she has a lot of projects going on, and this is what Andrea made over on her project. I really do like this. I'm kind of jealous. I want to go make it. Susan says she's been working on UFOs too. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. Ollie says nice. Chloe says beautiful. Yes, agreed, you guys. Absolutely agreed. All right. So this one is from Chloe. And Chloe said, "Sew and tell, after working solely on this project for months and using web piecing." I remember her talking about doing this. She says she finished Mama J Enterprises, Andrea's mystery quilt. So this was the mystery quilt that Andrea put out as a challenge, and Chloe did win the prize over at Andrea's channel that Andrea had out for this, but Chloe completed the project. I'm loving it. I love the colors you picked. I love the colors. Everybody's saying beautiful and awesome and pretty. All right, so this was submitted by It's Kennedy. She said that this is for show and tell. This is a memory bear. She was actually delivering this earlier this evening, and she said that she had to make the word search book. You guys, I've seen this little bear in person, and it is absolutely adorable. Oh, awesome. Chloe says that she plans to have her quilt long-armed. Rita says, "Oh, how so very cute. I want it." This is made with a grandfather's pajama pants. This is apparently the only thing left over from the grandfather, and apparently he sat there. He frequently had I can't think of words, guys. I can't think of words. A Scotch bear. We're very, very close, right? What these handkerchiefs. And so she went and found some cotton ones so she would be able to press them and use interfacing for them. And then apparently he loved word searches, so she took a word search book apart and created a word search book for the bear to have with it. And on the back is bandana. Thank you, Susan. That is exactly the word I was looking for. On the back of this word search book is, like, on the back cover is a little it's like the inside of a greeting card. It's so beautiful. The words that are on that are so beautiful and so touching. So she couldn't say all that in here, but she had to make that little word search book to go with the memory bear. So that was from It's Kennedy. All right, now this is from Jacqueline. She submitted this, and she said she made it for a great-grandchild who wanted a green and orange quilt. Couldn't find fabric with green and orange, so added 4 patches with green, orange, and yellow. I think that's fantastic. It kind of looks like an Irish chain, or it's a variation of an Irish chain. It's got the 4 patches, and then the fabric in here, guys, is trucks, kind of like construction trucks. It looks like a cement mixer, a bulldozer, it just all the cool little construction equipment trucks. And so then here is the back of that same quilt. And I'm going to zoom in as well. And we have more of the construction trucks, the construction equipment. So this is so cute. It is so stinking cute. And I love the green binding. I love the green binding. I'm not normally a green person, but I do like that. It really ties it all together, and it's a perfect choice for that quilt. Everybody's saying pretty and nice. Super love all the color. Oh, how cute with the trucks. Yes, absolutely. All right, now this is also one submitted by Jacqueline. She said that she made these gift bags for her great grandchildren after she watched Rose City Original during Quiltmas. I love these bags, you guys. I have not yet made gift bags like this. I know how to do them, but I have not yet done that. But you know what I spy when I look at this picture? I am instantly also drawn to the fact that it is on a quilted table runner. You know, guys, that is exactly where my brain goes. It automatically goes to all the other quilted items in addition to whatever you're trying to show me. That is exactly where my brain goes. The nice thing with the quilted bags is that they can be reused season after season. And you can always stuff them with stuffing to hide what you're giving. I wonder if they said they should be the stockings. Oh, right. Good idea. Yes, instead of wrapping paper, right, Judy? All right. Now, this is from Jean. And I have caught myself coming back to look at this repeatedly, Jean. I'm loving this quilt for so many different reasons. She said that this is her second work in progress finish. It's her take on Pat Sloan's pattern. She ran out of tan and cream, so she'll add borders when she finds a match. Guys, I live close to Yellowstone. The top says Ode to Our National Parks. There's a star that says Mesa Verde National Park in Colorado. I'm probably going to butcher this name, Katmai National Park in Arkansas, or not Arkansas, Alaska. Shenandoah National Park in Virginia. Dinosaur National Monument in Utah. Olympic National Park in Washington. Yellowstone, with no other comments about Yellowstone. Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. I want to say Conagry National Park, South Carolina, and Zion National Park in Utah. I am absolutely in love with this. I really kind of need to do something like this for all of the places that I have been or gone to. Welcome in, Katie. Thank you, thank you. Ollie says the blocks are themed to the parks too. They are, I know, right? They're fantastic. So it's a great use of the color, great use of the overall plan. Rita says Bear Claw 1, oh wow. Bear Claw 1, wow, I like it, right? It's gorgeous. So I really kind of want to do one, but I really haven't been to all the national parks, but I've been to some parks that nobody ever lists anywhere else. So I'd have to get creative. I don't know what I would want to do. Chloe says I didn't start the sew along, but I'm working on the current sew along. Awesome. All right, now this is from Jess. She's in the chat tonight. She said that this is a commission quilt for her pastor son. It's an Elizabeth Hartman quilt called Dinosaurs. The small quilt was made, and I added flying geese to the top and bottom to extend the borders. Fabric used is all from Andover. It was definitely a fun make. Looking forward to getting it on the long arm. Now I know since she posted this, she has quilted it. But that is absolutely adorable. And I love that when you get one of these Elizabeth Hartman quilts that has multiple different characters, you can choose what size quilt you want to make. So she has 2 of the yellow dinosaur, 2 of the pink, 2 of the blue, 2 of the green, and then the different leaves and all of that go into it. And I love the reverse on the flying geese. I think it was a perfect choice for this quilt. So we need to see it with all the quilting, Jess. I love those bright colors and all those flying geese. Right. Welcome in, Jacqueline. I just went over yours. Everybody was loving your gift bags. Everybody was commenting so much on your gift bags. Um, let's see. All right. Oh, and they loved the quilt with all the trucks. They loved that. The orange and green and yeah, just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Okay, now this is from Judy. Judy said that this is the t-shirt quilt she started on for a client. She's waiting for approval on the layout. It will be for a firefighter and family that just got back into their home after a house fire that happened the beginning of summer 2024. So you guys, you see she's Tetrising this together. She's got different sizes going up in all the different rows. This is an alternate option to a lot of the t-shirt quilts we might see out there. A lot of them require you to cut the t-shirts all the same size. And it's fantastic to see when you stray from that, what you can come up with. Because you really can come up with some creative layouts when you have different size pieces going together. Rita says t-shirt quilts are so amazing for those who can do them. I attempted, nope, did not work. So my t-shirt quilt that I did, the lady brought me like 60 shirts and wanted them all on the front, and I was having to cut every single little logo to put in that quilt. It was a challenge. It was definitely a big challenge. But I like what Judy's got going on so far with that. And then this is also from Judy. This is Millie's Dresses. She said that this is show and tell ready finally. Millie's Dresses is ready for the long arm. She said it's not perfect, but it's done. And sometimes done is better than perfect. Oh, Andrea says, I love this. Talking about the t-shirt quilt. Her daughter just asked her to do one with all the army-based t-shirts she has, right? Awesome. And Judy just updated us that she got the approval and she's working on the sewing now. So Millie's Dresses is a popular one. We saw one of these last month as well. A lot of people are doing these. I know that it was over on Mona's channel that everybody was doing Millie's Dresses. So it looks like it was a really fun sew along. I'm glad you guys got to do that. I love seeing all the different color dresses. It's so cute. So stinking cute. All right. Now this is also from Judy. Andrea says, done is perfect. I love it, right? It is. So Judy said she picked up some Shrinky Dink and made homemade alphabets today. So if you guys have been seeing, I've been working on the Elizabeth Hartman Fab Farm, and Sean has been coming over and joining us on Sunday nights, one Sunday night a month for us to work on Fab Farm together. He's staying up late with me, which I'm so excited about. But it can be hard sometimes because you end up with letters that don't exist in the regular alphabeties or the magic pins and all of that, because you need a lot of different size pieces. So making your own alphabeties out of Shrinky Dink is not a bad idea. You can do the double letters like AA, BB, CC, all of that. You can also add numbers. You can do whatever you need to do. So it's a fantastic idea. Ollie says, Tammy, you have 2 made from the Fab Farm. Nope, this will be my first one. I've gotten the horse made. My next one is going to be the goat. That's the one Sean wants to do next because it follows on the assembly in the book. So we're doing the goat next. Andrea says, I did not even know the Shrinky Dinks was still available. I have actually never used Shrinky Dinks before. I've heard, but I've never used them. But I think they're so fantastic. It's a great idea. Great idea. All right, now this came from Judy Neighbors. She says she's been working on these blocks from Missouri Star Quilt Company since her husband's hospital stay in October through December. She said it's taking her a long time. She's having to use a small plier to pull the needles through because of the arthritis in her hands. Slowly, the blocks are getting done. Guys, so this is hand embroidery, okay? Hand embroidery, guys. It's fantastic. I applaud anybody who can do this. Even if you're having to use pliers to pull the needle through, that is absolutely fine. You are finding a way, and I could not be more proud of knowing you for doing this, because this is fantastic. I do not have the hand strength to do this either, but I'm so glad that you are doing this and sharing it with us. Thank you. Welcome in, Mona. She says, hi, Tammy. Welcome. Glad you're here, Mona. Glad you're here. Embroidery flowers, that is what I do with a pair of pliers, says Rita. Yeah, see, I can't. I can't, guys. I mean, I'm watching a lady that crochets, and my hands are hurting just watching her. My hands would hurt even watching anybody do this. But these are beautiful. They're beautiful work. Ollie says, I'm a big fan of embroidery. Most I know that hand embroider on thick stuff like that use pliers. Yeah. Yeah, it does look nice. It does look nice. Now, this is another one she also submitted. She said that the second project, which is this one, she says she's using her scraps. It's just how she pulls them out of the box. All of these hexies. My goodness, guys. My goodness. I love all of these hexies. This is going to be a stunning quilt once it's done. Welcome in, Pam. Glad you are here. Good Tuesday evening to you, all. Nope, it's a fantastic evening. It's not a good Tuesday. It's a fantastic Tuesday. Rita says, puff quilt? Nope. This is just hexagons. They're just not quilted to a backing yet. Ollie says, holy hexagon, right? Reminds me of a Monet painting, says Shelby, right? It's fantastic. Rita says, wow, that is right up my scrappy stuff. Amazing, right? I have an octagon project, but it's going to take a long time to get to this size. Because, I mean, even if you count I'm looking at the, wooden floorboards. Even if you, knew how big those were or anything else to estimate how big this is still huge, no matter what you think. So many beautiful colors in this. So many beautiful colors, Judy. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. This is another one that she also shared. Susan says that one gives me hope for mine, right? This is, she said she made a wedding dress for her grand's doll. So her granddaughter has a doll, or grandchildren have a doll. So she made the wedding dress and the jewelry. Guys, isn't this so cute? We've got the something blue to go with the wedding dress. And we've got the veil with all the iridescence and the lace. I think it's a beautiful job that you've done, Judy. Thank you so, so much. I love seeing stuff like this. I do not make any doll clothes, but if I did, I would want to be making this kind of thing because it's pretty. It's so pretty. Ollie says, I like miniatures and half size, right? All right, now this is from Katie Crafts. Thank you for sharing. Let me see where she's at on here. There we go. She says the Valentine's quilt top is done. It's quick and easy. Make it up as I sewed design. If she can make it up like this, that's not even fair. That's not even fair. But it's so gorgeous. Beautiful Valentine's colors. Let's see. It says gentle and humble in heart in one of the blocks. And another one is a postcard of Be My Valentine. You guys, I'm in love. I'm in love with it. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so pink and pretty. Pink and red and pretty. You've done a fantastic job. Now, I do have to ask, if you're in the chat, you appliqued these hearts. Okay. I was about to have to ask, how'd you do those hearts? How'd you get them so rounded corners? So they're gorgeous, though. You've done a fantastic job. I can't wait to see the whole thing. All right. Now, this is also from Katie Crafts. let me see, where are my pages? There we go. This is 100 Acre Wood by the Art East Quilt Company. She's got 3 months down, 3 months done, and Owl is next. Still need to embroider the accents. I love Pooh. I love Winnie the Pooh. He's not my favorite character, but I do love him. Susan says, another block quilted, 9 down, 7 to go. The binding. Awesome. She'll be done with the first UFO of 2025. Andrea is willing to make a Valentine's quilt if she has time. Yep, this is Winnie the Pooh with all the bees coming after their honey. This is Piglet, who's tumped over the honey jar, and all the honey is running out. And there is... You guys gotta help me with the name. Who is this guy? Who's the rabbit guy? I can't remember the rabbit's name. I feel so bad that I can't remember the rabbit's name. He's not my favorite character, in case you didn't guess. We haven't gone across my favorite character yet. I have a favorite Winnie the Pooh character. Oh, Roo. Yes. Roo. Yes. It is Roo. He's just a little black rain cloud hovering over the honey tree, right? Oh, it's just Rabbit? Okay. No, it's not Peter. It's not Peter, because Peter wasn't in Winnie the Pooh. I don't think. You guys get to correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so it's just Rabbit. Okay. Oh, Shalom. Welcome into the chat. She says, Eeyore is my fave. Okay. You've just nailed it. That's mine. Eeyore is my favorite. All right. Linda Robinson submitted this. This is her potato chip block quilts. It's finished out at 90 inches by 90 inches. There's 1,008 chips in the quilt top. Guys, these are 2.5 by 4.5 inch rectangles. Lana says Tigger. Nope, Tigger is not my favorite. Yep, Eeyore is definitely my favorite. Oh, Susan's got Eeyore too. Yep. So there's 1,008 chips in this quilt top, you guys. This is the way that you make a quilt fast. And it's a lot of beautiful color, but you can chain piece all of this and it goes together so quickly. Heart for you. Thank you, Shalom. Yeah, it is a huge quilt. Well, 90 by 90 is not super huge, but it's not bad. It's fairly good size. It's a fairly good size. But I'm loving this. This is a great way to use up a lot of scraps. And if you put a specific color in every area, then you get a different effect. You can do a lot with a potato chip quilt. So it's a fantastic quilt. Thank you so much, Linda, for sharing. All right. Now this is from Pam. Let's see. There we go. She says it's a snowflake wall hanging for her work cubicle. She left the white unquilted for now, and she kind of likes it the fluffy. It's the first start and finish of 2025. Shalom says, lol, so much typing whenever you enter a quilting stream. Loveliest folks ever. Thank you. I'm glad to have a lot of you lovely folks here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I am loving this, Pam. I am loving the snowflake. I really want some more snow. So I wonder if I make this, if like I will get more snow here because I have more, like I have a snowflake. Like maybe my snowflake it'll be a mama snowflake and a daddy snowflake and get baby snowflakes. I don't know. Rita says, looks great, not quilted and left fluffy 3D effect right. Ollie says, I like that look too. A snowflake is meant to be fluffy, isn't it? Right? I need to learn about potato chip blocks. Oh, they are so easy. 2.5 inch by 4.5 inch rectangles, which, spoiler alert, if you guys are cutting your scraps and you want to cut 2.5 inch by 4.5 inch rectangles, you can use those for our April project. Our April freebie project is going to be using 2.5 by 4.5 inch rectangles. So spoiler alert, you're welcome. All right, so this is submitted by Patty. She says, this is her Lori Holt Scrappy Crossroads block. I'm loving all of these scrappy projects, you guys. Um, it, there's something to be said for being able to use up your scraps in a way that is aesthetically pleasing and is so encouraging. I can totally see this just sitting here looking at this block right now. I could totally see a whole quilt of nothing but that. And that white would just stand out so much. And then you would have just this beautiful barrage of color. Just a beautiful barrage of color. I'm loving it. Scrappy is just so much fun to make. It can be. It can be stressful, but it can be fun too. It definitely can be. All right, now this is also submitted by Patty. This is her New Year's Stitch in Heaven Team Tiffany quilt top done. She wasn't sure if she was going to like the color combinations, but she does now that she's there. Let's see. Welcome in, William. He says, hello, everyone. He's driving around, running errands, and doing adult stuff. I know. Adulting sometimes says the S word. Let's see. Reminds me of candy, right? I mean, gosh, you guys, these quilts they are eye candy. They are absolutely eye candy. So William, you're not supposed to be looking at your phone while you're driving, so you can come back and watch these later. You can come look at all the replay. The color combination is so wonderful, isn't it? I think Team Tiffany really did pull it, kind of knock it out of the park with this one. I like the Team Rob that it's, that it's great for Quilts of Valor, but I'm kind of in love with this too, with all the purple. Exactly reminds me of ribbon candy that comes out during December. Yes, it does. Let's see, where am I missing? Like thistle flowers. Yes. Yes, so much like that. It is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Patty. You did a fantastic job putting that together. All right, now this is from Susan. Let me go back up on my pages because I don't put all these in order, by the way, they're going to show. So, Ollie, are you originally from Scotland? Says Shalom. I'd be hard pressed to choose a favorite. They are so awesome. Yes, they are, Andrea. I love all the different colorways. All right. So Susan said last fall she bought the Riley Blake door banner kit at her local quilt shop. The pattern and the fabric in the kit is by Lori Holt, and she finished the top yesterday. I love these little maple leaves. They are so stinking cute. They're so stinking cute. And, they're so colorful, using all the different fabrics from the kit. Ollie is originally from Canada. Awesome. I am not originally from Canada. All right. So much talent in the house. Right, Judy? Oh, the thistle. Oh, gotcha, Shalom. Plan Scrappy. Yes, it is Plan Scrappy. Now, this one is a charity quilt top that Susan made with blocks sewn by fairgoers at the Central Washington State Fair last fall. She sewed the top together Friday. Now, this is not when she submitted it. It's, she submitted this a few days ago. Okay, this is not this past Friday. But this is a charity quilt top. And so people brought in these blocks and brought in the pieces, and she put everything together. I think she did a fantastic job, and I'm kind of jealous because I love the purple. Like that makes it look like a shadow box, right? And now I, for the life of me, can't find it. It makes me sad. Says Susan, oh, you will find it. You'll find it. It'll be in the last place you look. That's because you stop looking after you find it, right? I'm sorry. I can't resist. All right. Now, this is the one Susan was asking me about. I did find it. This is the legendary quilt that she made. This is one of them. This one has been quilted and gifted. I missed this last month. So she was allowed to come haunt me, to come find me. Gotta love Bigfoot hunting around in the forest. Who is this by? I think it's Elizabeth Hartman. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. Yep, the Sasquatch. Yeah, everybody is loving that. Loving it, Susan. All right, now this is from Susie. Susie did not say anything about it other than sew and tell. But guys, I'm just going to point out this is absolutely stunning. And this would be appropriate for a quilt of valor. So if you have ever thought about, or you've ever seen a panel that has a bald eagle or a flag or something like that in it, you do not have to just stick with red, white, and blue. You can add gold. I mean, that's what this looks like to me. This looks like gold. So you can add gold and other colors to bring that panel out and bring it to life, and turn that into a quilt of valor. So, and based off the bed that it's on, not knowing what size bed it's on, I would assume that it is about the correct size for a quilt of valor. So, in case you guys ever wanting to know, Susie did a fantastic job. Chloe says Susie really made the panel pop right. She did. She did. Yeah, that gold is a great addition, right? Looks like 101st Airborne to me. It might be. It might be. But what I love about it is you see all of the red, white, and blue quilts that we're making, but you don't frequently see a lot of yellow or gold or anything other than that in these quilts, because military tends to be a little understated, if you will. But I love these pops of color that gold does provide for this quilt. It makes it even stand out even more. Yes, there is, Shalom. Give me just a second. And let's get you guys back over to me so you guys can see me. So the concept behind Quilts of Valor is, so it started out originally for the founders, to honor the service and sacrifice of those who had served with their sons and their family in in battle. And it has since moved to encompass all U.S. military members, active and veteran, that are well, if they're active duty, they're honorably in the military, or if they have been honorably discharged. Anything other than dishonorable. If they have a dishonorable discharge, they are not eligible for a Quilt of Valor. But a Quilt of Valor is designed and intended to provide a warm hug and a comforting touch to someone who has been touched by war. With that being said, touched by war takes on a lot of meanings. So let's say you are a military nurse in Walter Reed. I'm just going to pull Walter Reed because it's the one that comes to mind that everybody might know about. So let's say you're a military member, you're a nurse working in Walter Reed. Did you ever serve in combat? Possibly not, but you are touched by war because you are helping all of the veterans who have come home from war, and you are dealing with a lot of the same kind of challenges that veterans also deal with, or that service members also deal with. I have been a part of a lot of, I believe so, Rita. She says, wasn't the Quilt of Valor started by a Blue Star mom as her son was, I believe, in Iraq? I believe so. I would have to go pull the story. I do have it in my book, but I don't have it. I don't have it currently in front of me. From the Revolutionary, the 101st Airborne from Revolutionary. Okay, it could be. It could be. Oh, Chloe discovered a fabulous purple heart pattern for purple heart pattern. Yeah. Shalom says now she wants to make one that folds into a pillow. So you can make it like that. The Quilts of Valor Foundation does require that all Quilts of Valor are made from 100% cotton fabric. They don't want us to use denim or corduroy or satins or anything like that. They don't want us to use laces. I mean, even though female veterans might appreciate the softness of the lace, they don't want us to use anything but 100% cotton quilting fabric. And it's suggested that we use cotton batting because frequently when a veteran may transition into a veteran's home in the future, they want to be able to wash them in the facility laundry, and materials other than cotton might break down and they might not wash beautifully. So they do want that as a consideration. And there are size requirements. Um, yeah, Chloe. So she said she did her training in psychiatry at the Cleveland Veterans um, Veterans Hospital. So it's what's so amazing. So Quilts of Valor is for veterans and service members only. So a spouse of a veteran, if they have not served themselves, they don't qualify. If it's a child of a veteran, they don't qualify either. The veteran does have to still be alive in order to receive their quilt. So when a Quilt of Valor nomination is made, uh, whatever organization is assigned that quilt, that is one of our key concerns, is to make sure, especially for our older veterans, our Vietnam veterans, and other wars other than just Iraq, that our older veterans are typically taken care of first, because they may have other health concerns that we need to take care of, that we need to get them their quilt soon. Oh, you are fine, Shalom. She says we may have talked about this before. I forgive my lessons. Tell her post. You are fine, Shalom. Absolutely fine. Um, yeah, Andrea, and there's absolutely purpose for that too. She says she makes a lot of veteran quilts, but not for Quilts of Valor. Hers goes to vets in retirement homes and lodges, and they're mostly lap size or wheelchair quilts. Yeah. Quilts of Valor tend to be a little bit larger than that. Good night, Mona. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Quilts of Valor started knitting scarves for that became the Victoria Cross. Yeah, so um yeah, Queen Victoria's work well predates all of our stuff. Everything for Quilts of Valor started within the last 30 years. So it's still a fairly new organization. I want to say 30 years. Um, yeah, Rita, and that's one of the things that does happen. She says that her dad had one and no idea what happened to it after he passed. That very much happens. I was able to give my grandfather one. I did give my brother one, both of which I didn't know at the time I needed to go through the Quilt of Valor Foundation. Um, so yeah, it was we did those off the books. My dad's was on the books, and now my husband has one on the books as well, through the Quilt of Valor Foundation. Um, Shalom says me and Jess have been historical nerding out. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, so guys, thank you so much for being here. I love sharing Sew and Tell with you guys. I love sharing all of the work everyone has been working on. I hope you've found some inspiration tonight. I hope you have found, something that you want to make, or you want to go get busy in your sewing room, touch some fabric, touch some thread, um, go hang out with all of it so that you can get that therapy that you need. Sometimes we all need it. We all need it. Oh, that's fantastic, Susan. She said her mother sewed bandages in London during World War One. Oh my goodness. Um, oh, that's awesome, Andrea. Oh, you're welcome, Rita. You're so welcome. So I think that's everything at the moment. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Um, so again, you guys, if you've not clicked, if you want to be part of the Zoom retreat, you do have to be a subscriber. You have to chat at least once, or send me an email, or be in the Facebook group. I mean, I have to know where you're coming from. Like, I'm not going to accept someone into the Zoom retreat that I've never seen their name before. Okay. And I have a pretty good memory. I have a pretty good memory. So if you are interested in joining the Zoom retreat, you don't have to have your camera on all the time. You can, just put microphone on if that's easier. You can chat, although there's quite a few people that will be chatting and not, or that will be sewing and not chatting. But if we get large enough where we need to do breakout rooms, we'll definitely do breakout rooms. It's going to be February 22nd and 23rd. I'll open it Saturday morning, first thing, and then we will close it an hour before my live Sunday night. Give me a little bit of time to recover before I go live Sunday night. But yeah, it'll be February 22nd and 23rd. So you can click the link and go register. Judy says, when is it? I'll be there. Yeah, it's February 22nd, 23rd. So you guys, I do leave the Zoom retreat up all night. So if you are getting up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and you want to check into the, like if you're registered for the Zoom retreat, you can come check into the Zoom retreat. Okay? If there's other people there sewing, you come in, come on, come sew. We did it last time. So this Sunday is, so Thursday. Thursday is Land That I Love. So that will be back up on my wall. Sunday is going to be the freebie pattern during the game or before the game at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Then Sunday night is going to be alive. And then the next major event is going to be the Zoom retreat. Oh, no worries, Chloe. Susan says she'll be in Arizona. You're still welcome to come. You're still welcome to come after, like when you get back to your hotel room or when you get back to your brother's house. You can absolutely join. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for being so much of the reason that I am here and that I'm doing what I do. I love to come hang out with you. I love to share what I'm working on. I love to share new projects. I love to design new projects to inspire you. I love to get you guys back into your crafting world. If you step out, that's okay. If you are working on something else, that's okay. I love to be the reason that you're back in that sewing room, back with your crafts, back with whatever it is that makes you happy, because that's what makes me happy. You being happy makes me happy. So you guys just thank you. Thank you so much. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up like button, please do that. If you want to share my channel out, please do that as well. I am more than happy when I see those little tags and links out, all of that. So thank you for being here. I will see you guys Thursday night for Land That I Love, and I hope Kathy will be feeling up to it. And if not, we will still plug on, and we will be sending lots of good, positive vibes and prayers her way so that she's feeling better soon, and feeling up to joining us soon. So we're gonna hope for that. So